What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this edition of Gin and Tonic. I'm your host, as always, John J. II. And happy Wednesday. Just kidding, happy Thursday. Almost caught you slipping there, didn't I? Had you checking your phone, checking your calendar. What day is it? Nobody knows. I'll assure you it's a Thursday, since you know yours truly is giving you a gin and tonic, giving you a quality gin and tonic, as I always do. Give you my best content possible. So today we're talking about free agency in the NFL. As we all know, we're all in the thick of it. As far as people swapping teams, people are jumping ship and coming aboard on different teams. There's a couple names that come to mind. There's some people that are still in the water. They've been thrown off the boat, and they're waiting for another boat to bring them aboard. We'll get into those a little bit too. First, we got Ryan Fitzmagic going from Miami to Washington. Andy Dalton leaving Dallas and going to Chicago. Jacoby Brissett is going from Indianapolis all the way to Miami. Filling the shoes of Fitzmagic, most likely playing down there with Tua. And Mitch Trubisky going to Buffalo from Chicago. That's breaking news, actually. That's very, very new as of today. And he will be a backup for Josh Allen, which is going to be a good backup for Josh over there in Buffalo. Mitch, I think, made a good move, jumping ship over there in Chicago, leaving the Bears and going to play for a winning franchise in the Buffalo Bills. So I'm excited for him. And then you got Tim Boyle leaving from Green Bay and heading over to Detroit, playing as a backup for Jared Goff. Now everybody knows, in light of Jared Goff leaving the Rams and going to Detroit through a trade with Matthew Stafford and the Lions, I'm really happy with that move. I think it's going to be good for both players. You got a younger quarterback in Jared Goff coming to Detroit. New program, new franchise, new mindset, new coaching staff. Listen, I'm excited for this Detroit team. I don't really voice my opinion on Detroit that much. There's been gin and tonics in the past where I've talked about Coach Campbell and other things amidst the Lions team and everything that's kind of circulating Ford Field as far as the last few months have been concerned. There's a lot of things coming to Detroit. Hopefully it's a breath of fresh air. I think it's definitely a good start getting rid of Matt Patricia and getting Coach Campbell in there. I think that's step one. Step two was getting rid of Matthew Stafford. Now, I get it. For all you diehard Lions fans, you're delusional, first of all. But you had your love for Matthew Stafford. He was your franchise quarterback. He was with you forever. Felt like forever. I was watching the Detroit Lions. I was pulling for them. It was only a couple years ago. I was pulling really hard for the Lions. I was in the same boat as you guys. Now, I know I'm speaking directly to a lot of, diehard Lions fans out there. You guys are out there. Don't be ashamed of yourselves. Just know you got to look yourself in the mirror every once in a while and be like, damn, I'm a Lions fan. But listen, if it ever pays off, then you're going to be glad you stayed on that ship. But listen, I think you're going to be waiting a little bit. Definitely you got to give, Coach Campbell, and you got to give the rest of the players and everybody at least a year to kind of get warmed up, get acclimated with a new program, new quarterback, new style of offense, new style of defense. There's a lot of variables there. There's a lot of moving parts. So you got to consider all that stuff. Give them at least a year to get things figured out. And then beyond that, then it's kind of, you're off to the races. You know what you have expected of yourselves. There's no more trial period. You're in the thick of it. So we'll see what happens in Detroit. I'm wishing Jared Goff the best, and Coach Campbell too. Listen, both these guys, two of these guys, they don't have a losing mentality. So I hope they carry that out in style down there in Detroit. And I'm hoping for the best for them. Listen, I'm not rooting against Detroit at all. They're my home team in my home state, and I say my home team because they just happen to be in my home state. But listen, it's a trial by consequence, so that just is what it is. There's some names out here that are free agents that have not found a team yet. One being Alex Smith. His contract is up with the Washington football team. Little snippet to Washington football team. You had your year. You had your trial year. Figure it out. You're not the Redskins anymore. Figure it out. Get a new mascot. Get something that's completely PC. And figure it out. I mean, I don't know if we can find mascots anymore, because we can twist and turn everything to make it sound not PC, and it's getting to the point where it's ridiculous. Especially you have teams that have been teams forever. That's kind of going into a little bit of the Beeper Man's topic that he had in his Gin and Tonic on Tuesday. So I'll let him keep that. I'll let you guys, go over there and check that one out if you need to get a little refresher. He talked about the WAP music video at the Grammys. Not the music video, the performance. The live performance with Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Not going to comment on that performance at all. Just go check out that Gin and Tonic and you'll get a little bit of a snippet on the Beeper Man's views of that. Amongst other quarterbacks, you have Tyrod Taylor. He is actually signed. He is signed. I left him out. He is leaving from the Chargers and going to the Houston Texans. Now, as everybody knows, too, Deshaun Watson's dealing with a little bit of sexual assault allegations right now with a masseuse and a trainer. Listen, it's a mess. It's a mess for Deshaun, especially, he's trying to figure it out where his future is going to be and everything like that. He's dealing with a lot right now. Whether he's, guilty of those allegations is still up in the air to see if he's convicted of anything. He's denying all allegations. But I'm sure a lot will come out in the wash here in the coming months. Hopefully he is innocent. I'd like to think Deshaun's a good guy, but unfortunately, a lot of these NFL athletes and professional athletes across the sports world tend to get caught up in this stuff, and they get nailed even harder than the regular citizen just because they're a professional athlete. They're held to a higher standard in every source, in every sense of the word. So things to consider there. Other names: A.J. McCarron from Houston. He doesn't know where he's going. Colt McCoy from the Giants doesn't know where he's going. RG3 from Baltimore doesn't know where he's going. These guys are kind of up in the air. Even Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco from the Jets. He has no idea where he is going either. There's quarterbacks out there. Trust me, there's quarterbacks out there. Jameis Winston is at New Orleans. Is he going to re-sign? Is he going to fill the shoes of Drew Brees? Nobody really knows yet. Nothing's been confirmed. Nick Mullins, another one from San Francisco, is up in the air. Kurt Benkert from Atlanta, he is up in the air. Joe Webb from the Giants is up in the air. So there's going to be a lot of re-signing going on here in the next couple weeks, I'm assuming. And, people are going to be retaining teams because certain franchises are going to realize we can't get anything better. We're not getting any trades. We're not getting any offers. We got to figure it out, and we got to work with what we got. So we're going to re-sign some of the guys that we had maybe in second, third string and try to utilize them a little bit more. So still no word on Russell Wilson. From what it looks like he's staying in Seattle for now. I haven't heard any trades or any changes with his future, but I do know he wants to get out of Seattle, so we'll see what happens with Russell Wilson going into the future. The next few months will be very telling. Even the next few weeks, there will be a lot more breakthroughs and breaking news stories as far as free agency goes. It's not over yet. I'll leave it at that, though, guys. Thank you guys for tuning into this edition of Gin and Tonic. I'm your host, as always, John J. II, and have a great rest of your week.